but I think we're hopeful that it's going to be something that's best measured in weeks instead of months, and that's about as much as I'm able or willing to say right now. But obviously, we look forward to getting him back as soon as possible. As one of the best center fielders in baseball right now, and a huge part of our team. So missing him is going to be tough, and part of that's why we're so aggressive in getting Aaron Hicks in here as soon as possible. I think that he provides us another option. And, we've got a ballpark where we basically have two large center field type positions to cover. We're big believers in having options for every position from the left side of the plate and the right side of the plate. Aaron's a switch hitter, so, he does both of those things. We have a lot of right-handed options for those spots right now in our organization that we feel good about. McKenna, Hayes, Daz Cameron, but our left-handed ones, whether in the major leagues or in AAA right now, happen to be hurt. So I think this is a good fit for Hicks. I'm sure I know he's kind of excited to be joining this fun team right now after being released just a couple days ago. So I'm hopeful that it works out, and I think he's hopefully going to be the right guy at the right time to help us out from here.
Could a fully healthy AAA roster have changed your decision on who to bring him?
I don't want to speculate too much. We actually expressed kind of a check-in with Aaron and his camp prior to the Mullins injury. Obviously, when you're doing it then, it's a little bit more from a depth mindset, and then when the injury happened yesterday, totally accelerated the focus from my standpoint. I don't know the answer to that, but like I said, we do have a couple of left-handed hitting guys that can play left here, can play center here in AAA that happen to be hurt right now. So it's definitely something that you look at, but we want to get Cedric healthy. We want to get those guys healthy, and it's a long season. This stuff happens.
Mark, to your point about righties and lefties, do you expect Aaron to be part of a platoon? Do you expect him to get many at-bats against lefties? How do you kind of see that playing out?
I think we'll just see how it evolves. We just got him here. I think that Ryan McKenna has been playing really good defense, and he's been extremely productive against left-handed pitching. So I imagine we'll continue to lean into that. But we needed another outfielder on this team. I think from the left side after Cedric went down. And one of the nice things with Aaron is he hits right-handed too. But we'll just have to see how that shakes out. I know he's gonna play.
Mike, I would say the last several years, Aaron Hicks has not made a positive impact offensively. Do you think he still has something in the tank?
Yeah, look, we have stuff that we look at from a scouting and evaluation perspective that, as I've said before, it's very different from just looking at the back of a baseball card, and we hope that we get a bounce back from anyone that we bring here. It doesn't always work out, but you look at Adam Frazier and Kyle Gibson, and they didn't have their best years last year too, but we saw stuff that we thought meant that they might play well here in the future, and so far they've really helped us out. So you're not going to get a great outcome on everything, but we see stuff with Aaron Hicks that we like, that we feels like a good fit for us, and I hope this is a shot in the arm for him, and I hope we get he helps us out, helps us win some games. That's our hope.
How fortuitous is the timing of this for him to be available right as you have someone going on the injured list and not have to make a trade or?
Yeah, it was. We had noticed that he was a free agent even before the injury, and certainly, as I said, when the injury occurred and became pretty clear this was going to be a IL, it seemed like a good fit, even more so at that time. So there's always guys floating around throughout the year, and it just takes the right opportunity to make something line up.
You said last week that Cowser's injury was days rather than weeks. Is it possible that this will allow him to come here sooner rather than later?
We'll see. I got to focus on getting him back up and running first. To speak a little bit more precisely, I think it's best measured in days rather than weeks. Is my hope with Colton. And I think we need to get him out and healthy. We need to make sure he's back to in the flow of gameplay at AAA. We'll just take it all as it comes. But certainly he was building a case towards promotion consideration prior to his injury and prior to Cedric's injury, and we'll just see where we're at. I mean, I Brandon says the same thing. I stress it all the time. I was sitting here 2 days ago with no idea that Aaron Hicks was going to be in our clubhouse behind me. There's just stuff happens every couple days, and it's tough for me to whip out the crystal ball in this business.
Mike, losing Cedric for a period of time, just how much does this team need to just lean on the other veterans and the core guys in this clubhouse?
Well, yeah, I think the good news for us is we've got other good players. I think it would be completely unrealistic to expect to go all year without one of our star players going down for a stretch. Thankfully, this is a muscular injury. It's not of any extra normal severity. It's nothing surgical or anything like that. He's just got to heal up. I hope it's not too long, and he should be playing the vast majority of the rest of the season for us. Is my hope. But yeah, we got other good guys here that hopefully they pick us up.
Mike, you guys sent Grayson down this weekend. What was it that kind of went into the decision to send him back down, and what are you hoping he achieves while he's back in AAA?
Yeah, that was difficult. He he'd had some probably about half good starts and half bad starts when he was up here. I think the thing that tilted it for us, first of all, I think he will benefit from this. You look at all these young guys that we have up here pitching well, or most of them, Dean and Kyle Bradish in particular, their first go-rounds in the major leagues, they had 7-something ERAs and got hit around, did some things that you knew were interesting, like they had good strikeout numbers. And then in Dean's case, he went back down. In Kyle's case, he kind of went down through the use of a rehab assignment and came back up, and we're different guys. And I fully expect we're going to get something similar. That's kind of par for the course in player development nowadays. Is you come up to the majors, you show flashes of your talent, but you maybe experience a little bit more failure than success right off the bat. You go back down, get your confidence back, fix some things that you're working on, and you come back up, and you're a different player, a better player. So we hope that's the case from here. But I also think a big part of the calculus sending him down is even in his better outings, he tended to run out of pitches after the fifth inning, and we have a taxed bullpen right now. So that leaned into it as well. But he's going to be back. He'll be back in our rotation, and I'm hoping that he's in our rotation when we're hopefully playing in October. So we just want to get him right and get him back up here to help. But he's 23. He's off to a brilliant start in his career, and this doesn't change that.
Like, do you have a grade strain on Cedric at this moment?
You could maybe technically call it a 2, but I don't think it's as hard as fast as that might sound, and I don't want to go with some textbook timeline that might be out there for one of those. We're going to try to get him healthy as soon as possible, and hopefully it's not that long.
Mike, what does it mean for you? Aaron, we've talked about how long he's been around, but just to have another veteran who's also very AL East comfortable in a younger clubhouse.
Yeah, I was just talking to him. I think it'll be good. We have a younger team. Seems like he knows Kyle Gibson a bit from the Twins days. Seems like he's got a relationship with McCann, I guess, from playing against each other every year in New York, and McCann being a catcher. And we don't have too many vets, and Ced's is going to be out of the locker room now at times for a while he rehabs. So it'll be nice. He's a great guy, good reputation. People like him. I think he's going to have fun being one of the older guys on a team. He hasn't had that experience.
Thanks, Mike.